Okay, Warren, a little before and after from our session, right? So what we said, I mean, we talked a lot about what's going on in the backswing. I mean, the be all and end of it is the club head is doing way too much work, right? Whilst the hands aren't doing very much work, right? So then you get very sort of under the plane and you see the club head very much behind your hands. Then you try and correct it by getting very steep. So you've gone under the plane to then over the plane. I just want you getting up halfway back in one motion. Just like that, right? So it's like, you know, your interpretation of where your hands go and where the club head goes has to be spot on. Although we're hitting, there's the target going down the rope, your hands and the club head are moving inward on the takeaway. And after you hit it, again, the hands going inward and the club head going inward after you've hit it. So your hands are moving round on an arc, the club head is moving round on an arc. Do you see what I mean? Mm-hmm. And when you do that, and when you nail the takeaway, right? Nail the takeaway, and then once you nailed the takeaway, you just keep going. There you go. Beautiful. Better grip with the dot against the side of the grip, right?
Yeah, I mentioned I need to do an interlocking grip.
Yeah. I mean, what I was looking at with your grip, it was your little finger of your right hand was just kind of sitting on top of your trigger finger of your left hand. So it wasn't interlocking, and it definitely wasn't it wasn't overlapping, and it wasn't interlocking. So it was just kind of sitting on top of it, right? So let's do one or the other, right? Sort of an overlapping grip where all your fingers are together, or an interlocking grip where, you know, you just connect those two fingers,
do you have a preference?
No. I mean, I used to interlock when I was younger, all the way up into my early 20s, and then I changed to overlapping. Most pros on tour overlap. However, Jack Nicklaus and Tiger Woods, probably the best two players ever, are both interlocked, right? But you know, if you can look at percentages, most people overlap, right? Most of the pros like their left, all of the fingers on the club with their left hand. With interlocking, you have to bring that finger off and interlock it. So that's kind of what we're doing with the backswing. I want your hands going inward, your club head going inward on concentric circles. And when you do that, you just nail it. What you also got to think about as well is this trigger finger right here, and that build-up of pressure, right? Because that's why we were putting the hand on properly with your trigger finger there to the side of the club, so that when you get here, right, and this club head is behind your hands, you can feel the build-up of pressure in that trigger finger, right? In that position, with the shaft so vertical, or even going the other way, look, actually goes the other way, right? Your club head is this side of your hand, so you can't, there's no build-up of pressure there. Don't forget, when you're swinging, when you're out on the course, you're relying on feel, right? You're relying on feel. So you've got to, and that's why I said let's build it up in baby steps. Hit some shots waist height with your hands and hit some shots from there. Then hit some, do 10 in a row. Then hit some shots where your hands get to chest height, right? But again, at chest height, look where the club head is. Club head's behind your hands. The build-up of pressure is going to be in that trigger finger right there. So that's really important. Make sense?
Yep.